Kerry and Stitches. It's Friday the 30th of October and this is my WIP Parade. First half of the video is going to be my WIP Parade. Actually, first 2/3 of the video is going to be my WIP Parade, and the final part will be my New Start November. So let's jump in. I've not got the full photographs, but I know roughly what I've done. And a lot of these won't have featured in last year's WIP Parade anyway. So anyway. Okay, so we are going oldest to youngest. Apparently my Instagram game's been terrible this year because I went back to check all my dates because I haven't written half of them down and haven't written half of them didn't even go on Instagram, so I only seem to post on Instagram when I have a finish these days. Anywho, so we'll just use that picture. It's Elizabeth Shepard by the Scarlet Letter. I started this on January the 1st, 2018. She is officially my oldest WIP. There we go. I actually have done a bit of work on this year. Last year when I started, I pretty much just had that bit there done. So that is page 1 out of 4 finished. She stitched on 28 count, white even weave Zweigart in the call for DMC conversion. I think it's 28 count. Yes, it's 28 count. We're going to stick with yes, 28 count. I have stitched on every WIP this year. Yeah, go me, because only 3 of them predate 2020. That's good going, isn't it? Next up is my Christmas Angel by Lesley Teare. Lesley Teare? Lesley Teare. Depends on who you ask. She was in the magazine, but you can also get her on Lesley's website now. She is glorious. I started her on 10th of November 2018, which is almost 2. And she is stitched on fabric. Let me have a look so I know I get this right. She is stitched on a Jodyri Designs fabric, which was a limited edition called Burns Night. She is 28 count opal, and I have converted her a little bit. She, rather than being black and gold, she is black and blue. So the blue is PTB and it's PTB 72. I'm sorry, the lighting's terrible here. It's one of these days. It's taken me all day. Should be uploading it by now, but anywho, I don't know when my day's gone. And I put in some black etoile, and I forget. I'm assuming there was a treasure braid or something. No, probably light effects in them instead. So that's number 2. Number 3, Lizzie Kate Flip It. I ran out of steam on these. So I've stitched January through to May over the last 2 years. I've got I think I skipped June and I started July. And that's all I got. And that was what I did when we did the 24 hours. And these are on scraps of 32 count Waterlily by Witchout or Star Sapphire by Zweigart. I think that's right. I'm going to go with that. It's definitely Waterlily and it's definitely Star Sapphire. I'm not entirely sure which ones. Next up, so that is everything that predates this year. So next up we've got my Leap Day start, which I really need to fold nicely. So that is Monkey Wrench by Ink Circles. Well, solely because it's a Foo Fighters. I love Quakers, but even more so because it's the title of a Foo Fighters song. And this is on the 40 count Fairy Forest. Crafty Kitten, I believe this one is. So yeah, that is my poultry start. Yeah, it's pretty much 2 stitching sessions. I'm just going to take those. I think I had 2 more of those. those creases may never come out. My needle minder was from Silks For You, and I'm stitching it in Silks For You. There we go. So I have got PR 121, which is like a brown, PR 019, the purple, the tealy blue is PR 25, and then PR 120 is the light brown. They also have in here a couple of other silks that I'm kind of toying with trying to just pop in here and there, which is a pretty light green, which is 202, which is that one, which is lovely. And then because I originally brought like the two browns were extra, but the original pack was like a colour coordinating pack, which coordinates with PR 81. So I'm tempted just to pop a little tiny bit of the variegated in somewhere. So that's Monkey Wrench. And that was my Leap Day start this year. And I've had it kitted up for like a year. So seems to be the thing. I have to have things kitted for a year before I can actually do them. Or if it's kitted, it has to sit there for a year before I do it. If it's not kitted and I just grab it and go, I'm going to do immediate start. I am a strange being. Okay, my other Leap Day start in my beautiful Christine bag is Cardinal Points. And so this I started on 29th of February, and that's where we're at with it. Not a lot. This is on a Zweigart fabric in Ivory. It's a 36 count. Oh, Cardinal Points. I think everybody knows what Cardinal Points looks like. Can't get it out. Just confuse myself then. Okay, well that's just my copy of the chart. So Cardinal Points. It's a long dog sampler with GAST. Really must work on that more. Next up, so is Alice, and I have actually worked on Alice this week, so this is new progress. Oh, there you go. Alice in Wonderland, the 2020 Stitch Along from Crosstitcher magazine. Oh. You can see I'm currently working on the Cheshire Cat block. I've just got a tiny bit of stitching left, about 50 stitches or so, and then to back stitch it. But I've run out of steam again on it. So, and there's only the 11th block's now out. Is that Cardinal Points or was that Alice? No, that is my list. There we go. That's that one. Ooh. What's this? So, okay. Confuse myself then. Okay. Next up is Purple Vinker by Sweetheart Tree. This was gifted to me by the lovely Frosty X Stitched on. And it's got speciality stitches and it's got beads, and that's where I'm at with it. Oh, yeah. It was a kit, so I can't. So I think that's like steps 1 and 2, because you really have to follow through on, like, do step 1, do step 2. Oh, I possibly may have missed that one, but oh, here we go. There's that. Okay. Let's just double check this. I'm getting myself all confused now. Oh, okay, the next two I started on the same day, so it doesn't matter. Is Stone Street Stitchworks MLK sampler, and I've done my own conversion. Oh, Alice is on 18 count parchment in the Cool For. So this is PTP Pewter. Yeah, and I have that sad little start on it. And I have blue coat, I'm stitching it, blue coat blue, gunmetal, graphite and grits. Those are my colour choices, and I've also pulled a green because I might throw some green in it, which is a sparkle called Mirkwood. Another thing. Okay, another one started in August. Oh, there we go. This is Ode Tannenbaum by With Thy Needle and Thread. And this is stitched on, I'm going to go mystery. I'm going to go mystery sparklies. I think I changed the colours off just a tiny bit just so they show up. That's good. There we go. And I've done my, and I have my own conversion there of predominantly classic colourworks. It's basically the same colours that were Jack Frost's, near enough. So chili pepper was in Mermaid, but peanut brittle, hazelnut, hick sticks, cherry cobbler, eggshell, nature trail, chai, muddy puddle, English ivy, and then GAST apple cider. September. So these are all last month's, and you've seen all of these recently. So maybe not this much progress. And we have Christmas Dreams, Tiny Modernist. This is their 2020 Christmas sample, Christmas stitch along. Mystery green fabric, and oh, it's a bit of thread. I thought the needle mark would left a mark, and it's a mix of the Called For DMC and the alternative and dyed, which aren't in here. Odd. Yes, they are. Oh no, it's yeah. So classic colourworks, Fancy Green Nancy and Mistletoe, and I've subbed in the red is a colour and cotton. There we go. Everything else is the Called For DMC. In my shell project bag. Oh, and my Hedgehogs project bag was Stitchy Shannon. This is basically my project bag collection too. We ignore the pencil casey type ones. But so MLK. Okay, next up by Fiddlesticks AU, Mischief Managed. And I am doing it in the Hufflepuff colourway. That's where we are. Oh, that looks really good. So basically this is my current working on WIP, so I'm actually going to put that in a separate pile. So that's 14 count black aida with DMC. Nothing fancy, but it's going to look fantastic. Might put a bit of gold in the snitch, don't know. Then we've got the Scorner's 12 Sunflower Fields by Shiny Room, and this is on a scrap of mystery sparklers, I think. Housed in my bendy flip from Bags Plus with the Called For DMC, which I think I may have robbed a couple for something else. Everything's got yellow in it at the moment. Literally half of my yellow DMC, it's all the same ones as well. Oh, bring it back up there. Next up is, well, let's just do that. Raven's Reply by Luminous Zweigart. I love this. This is my favourite WIP at the moment. And it is so close to being. This is on Dr. Smith's Tonic by Barclays, 36 count. Beautiful, beautiful rabbit. Look, I have literally just got to do the Nevermore at the bottom. Didn't have a prompt for it, so it's been sitting. It'll get, I think it's going to get finished this weekend. Shove it in the October finishes for Stitch from Stash. And I might even start Blackbird. Oh, put that there. And last but by no means least is my only start of this month. I don't know if that's true or not. Which is, oh, and I haven't even brought it in. It is the Alpha Embroidery Gourds, and you saw this in my last Flosstube update, so literally you saw this a week ago. And it's that. That's where I'm at with that, and obviously stitch the other part to it. This is on part of the mystery linen from no, it's not coming to me. Mystery linen from you will have seen a nice transition card there. And we're now going to talk about my new start November. So I've had these things kitted up for most of this year, possibly even into last year, and they need to be done. They need to be started, because I think the part of the problem is once I start them, they're great, they're in there, I can pull them, I'll work on them, but getting them started, I don't like having lots of WIPs. That's 14 there. I mean, Raven's Reply is barely done. Alice I kind of half don't count because it's a cell that's going to finish this year, and I'm 3/4 of the way done on it, so that's fantastic. The Gourds of my travel project, I suspect the Biscornu will then become my travel project. Not that I'm travelling much, but when I do swimming lessons and things like that, I take something with me. So yeah, so let's crack on with my plans for November. Is to have a new start every Sunday between now and the end of November, and possibly in December too. Heather Link is my homeboy, and I were chatting, and she's gonna she's got lots she wants to start by the end of the year too, so we're gonna potentially do new starts every weekend, so on the Sundays. So 5 Sundays in November, 4 in December, might not do the 21st, we'll see. So I'm going to go my November ones, and we'll see how I get on with those, and as to whether I want to carry on in December, and I will do my I'll pop the 3 or 4 that I choose for December, and probably my New Year New Start in a video at the end of November, because that would make sense. I just realised I kept my glasses on the whole time. There we go. Okay, so first up, and this is probably the first one I'm going to do, is Lizzie Kate Thankful String, and I've done my own conversion, which I think is really pretty actually. I'm really, really happy with that. So there's my own conversion, just mainly weeks, a bit of DMC, because I hit that point last night, I was like, oh, just grab the DMC. And I've got 1 week's I'm looking for, and I have it, I know I do, but I don't know where I've put it, and I didn't come across it in there. Oh, might be in Ravens, I don't know. Anyway, we will find it. So that's Amber. So that's going to be my first one. And I'm going to treat these like a series, like a bit like Jack Frost, because I'm going to be stitching them on Star Sapphire by the looks of it. I suspect I'd pull that because it's a big enough piece for at least 2 or 3 of them. So I have all the finishing stuff for them all. So then the plan is to go, and I shall do Snowy String. These won't all be, these are going to be like an ongoing series more so. String, and then I shall start Spring String. Buzzy String, and then I should round off the other Spooky String. So I've got Merry String stitched already, and I know it took me about 4 days to do it, so I'm hoping that I can, make some good inroads into these. They're a fun little stitch, so that's one. That's going to be this Sunday's new start. Then I'm going to stitch Beaker for my son, and it's going to be stitched on 28 count Jodyri Brittany fabric, Jodyri from called Jack-o'-lantern, which was a 2017 limited edition. So that's Beaker in my little flip there. We then have, what's that? Oh yeah, that. Chessie and Me, Let My Example Shine, and this is on 35 count oatmeal by Sparklers, and I have pulled the called for it. Well, I ordered the called for it, although I think I need Raven for this one as well. Oh no, it's fully what's-itted. My Diana bag. We will come to that one in a minute. So what we got there? 1st, 8th, 15th, 22nd. These are in no particular order. They might not. The others will get started when they get started. Is Santa's House by Prairie Schooler, and I have just pulled a bit of. I've done my own conversion. It's red, green, black, white. Fresh colour. Haven't decided whether to do it on I've got 40 count blue, bless them slightly, or just some natural linen. More likely to be the natural linen, I am thinking. And then we have Quilting Bee by the Blue Flower. And that, because Sharon did an amazing job on her red one, is going to be 32 count Chromatic Alchemy in Bacchus. And got the called. Oh, I've got this kind of Raven. Who knew? Yeah. So this is the call for, and I have the rest on the way. So this will be the end of the month. So exciting. So those are my 6. Sorry, those are my 5 Sunday starts. Oh, let's move those over there. Okay. My official birthday start is going to be, and I've talked about this one so many times, Coffee Drinker's Confession by Heartstrings Amplary. Stitched on slightly nutty 36 count Newcastle from Sparklers in the called for, I think. Yep, the called for. And I want to say, yeah, I need to take cider apple. Not Post-its, for this. Yeah, I found the caramel corn. Yeah, so I need to get apple cider out of the other thing. So that's that. So that's my birthday start. And my unofficial birthday start, Mitch Stitch, for the hashtag no birthday Sal. I didn't come up with that. That's Mitch Stitch. Is going to be just a very quick something from, let's see, what do you call it? Crosstitcher magazine, which is one of the Savvy Stitchers, and I showed this in one of my flip throughs that I really liked it, which is that little tiny tape measure cover, and doing it as a teeny tiny drum. So I've kitted some of it up, and I realised I haven't pulled fabric for it, so I might see whether, I don't know, we'll find it, and I'll find some fabric for that. It's only going to take a small piece, so I'm going to stitch that at some point over the next few days for my no birthday Sal. No birthday Sal. So that is my WIP Parade and New Start Parade. The contenders for my December, I'm just going to throw that out there now, are Blackbird by Blackbird Designs, one of the stockings from Home for the Holidays, and I might just do something small. I've got a couple of little tiny prairie schoolers. Let's maybe just throw those in there or something along those lines. Got a birthday coming? You never know what you're going to get. Let's have a quick look. The other contenders for the birthday. Let's have a look then. We might as well do this. So, it's stocking 2 from Home for the Holidays. That's 4, 3, 2. And got nothing to cover the page up with. Piece of fabric. There we go. On raw linen. So it's that one. So that's a contender. Fabric now becomes a bookmark. There we go. So that's very likely a December start. Maybe the Barbara Anna cell. Not sure about that one. That really is the one I'm not sure about because I kind of have a lot of big projects. Possibly Spot Sampler. I love the colours. It's that's from one of the Crosstitchers, July 2020, and I've got fabric for that, but it's just DMC and I haven't pulled those. That's an option. I have all the stockings kitted up, ready to go. That's an option. And if not, maybe just a little prairie schooler, just something small, which might be a better way to go. And I also have all the kits from my Jolly July that didn't happen. So there are options of a couple of little prairie schoolers there as well. So maybe one of those. Maybe. So lots and lots of options for new starts, of things that are at least partially kitted. In my kitted up bin there. I also have one of the brooches from Crosstitcher kitted up there, and I don't know. Lots and lots to do. Or I might decide that having had 7 new starts in November, that was quite enough. So until next week when we have a regular Flosstube update, I shall say goodbye. My Christmas update for Black Pear Stitchery is coming beginning of next week, so feel free to check that out if you want to. Lots of Christmas scissor fobs and needle minders this time, and also probably some more counting pins. Lots and lots of lovely Christmas things. So until next week, I will say goodbye and I will see you all soon. Take care and happy stitching. Bye bye.